are going to see how quickly we can build a whole website. It's not going to take that long. You might be thinking, wait a minute, I saw the length of this video before I clicked on it. There's no way he's going to build an entire website from scratch in that amount of time. But I am going to. So let me explain my workflow real quick. I use an AI robot to generate the website layout for me because I hate making layouts, and the robot's better than I am anyways. And then I take that and I basically turn it into a WordPress website with the help of another robot. There's a total of 2 robots involved in the making of this website. And so let me introduce you to robot number 1. His name is lovable.dev, and it's just a AI, tool that you give it some prompts and it builds a website for you. And that's what it did. This is the website that it built for me. Now, there are some things I would change about this. I don't particularly like this section. Join our team makes me think that there's like job openings. There's not. It's just a volunteer, whatever. I'm just going to pretend that I already like all of this because I like most of it, and I would tweak little things here and there as I went. Like this button that for some reason Lovable and the other robot that's similar to this called VO, I don't know what their deal is, but they always screw up one button like every time. They do this. They make a button that has the same color text as the background. I don't know why. They just do it. So I would need to fix that. But for the most part, we're just going to build this website that you're looking at in WordPress using Etch. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to start my timer because I want to see how long this takes. Let's see here. No, that is not what I want. That is stopwatch is what I really want. Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. We started. So step 1, steal the code. Let's do the header first. We're going to go to header here, and I'm going to grab all this code. Now, the reason I'm involving this other robot named ChatGPT is because the first robot uses Tailwind CSS, and I need to get rid of that. So I'm just going to use ChatGPT to get rid of Tailwind for me. So give me this HTML back exactly as it is, but instead of using Tailwind, I want you to use regular vanilla CSS. And then I also want it to nest the CSS. Okay. Let's see how it does. Where'd my mouse go? There it is. All right, so here's our CSS. Now I'm going to be doing something I'm not actually familiar with yet, which is editing a template and creating components. I might not even create the component because I don't technically need to. Catch-all, I believe that in Etch language that is basically the index template. So I'm going to edit that. I'm going to add a section. Looks like it already gave me a main. That's cool. In the video that I watched, I don't think they did that. No, I don't want the main inside the section. Ugh. How do I get this out of the section? There it is. Okay. So the section, cool thing you can do is just double click on this, and I'm going to type header because it's not a section, it's a header. And I'm going to name it header. Not important, but I'm doing it. And then I'm going to paste in the code that I got from ChatGPT. As you can see, it looks ugly because there's no styling yet. So it gave it a class of header. So hopefully it put all my CSS. Yep, it looks like it did it correctly. It nested it all underneath that. So I'm going to grab this. We're just going to hope and pray that this works. Put this here in our CSS box, hit the wrong button, so I copied nothing. So now I have to go back and do it again. Let's try this again and hit the right button. There it is. All right, we got a header. It looks great. I'm going to have to upload an image. We already have one uploaded. Use this media. There we go. Boom. We got a header. And I think I can right click on it and create component, and that's all I have to do. Do I have to name it? New component. Can I rename it? No. It's just called new component forever. Cool. Nope. Add a property to get started. I don't understand what's happening. I don't want a prop. Get me out of here. New property. I don't need a prop, and I specifically remember Kevin saying when he created a component, this doesn't need any props. So cool. I'm going to not turn this into a component for now. They updated this a couple times since the video I watched, so the workflow is likely different than what was in the video I saw. So moving right along, let's just create a footer. Same thing. I'm going to name this, or I'm going to call it a footer instead of a section. Name it footer. Come here. Did Lovable even create a footer? I don't even know. Yes, it did. Awesome. Let's grab that. And my prompt to ChatGPT will be much shorter this time. All I have to do is say, do the same thing to this code. Copy. All right. There it is. There's our footer, man. And again, we'll update this image. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? That's cool. And this right here, if you're not sure what this is just the main content. And this is like it's like the content loop. If you're familiar with WordPress, it's basically like the underscore content, right? So since this is a template that we're editing, it's not a page. Now, if I save this, and again, I haven't done this before, so if I go back to editing the page, do I need to refresh? Let's test this. Let's add a section and some text. Did this work? Let's save it and look and see if we have a header and a footer. Okay, we do. However, comma, our text isn't being put into the main. Let's see here. Which template did I edit? There was the catch-all. Oh, it's because we have a template for pages. So let's delete that and watch this. If I create it and then I go to edit it, my header and footer are already there with the main content. So now I believe if we go back to the page we were editing, which is the home page, did this work? It's not. This page is blank because the template is empty. Well, it's not supposed to be because, oh, do I need to click save? That would be very silly. Okay, I had to click save. But still, my content's not working. Template, single page, edit. There's the main right in between the header and the footer. Slot content. I don't think I was supposed to do anything to this. Save. Back to post. Save. Let's delete this. Homepage. Oh boy. That's not screwing with me, is it? Let's just get rid of all these. Save. Did this work? Come on. Save. There's a main. There's a section. Oh. It's because the header's position absolute. I bet the footer is too. Okay. Okay. I'm just an idiot. That's my problem. Was this header position absolute? Yes, it was. And then the footer does not look like it was positioned. Oh, it's the header is fixed. Same thing. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's go back here. And yeah. Okay, so the content is there. I just need to add some padding to the main to account for the height of the header, which I'm not sure what the height of the header is, but in the lovable, it gave the main content a padding of 4 rem, I think. So let's just do that. Edit main CSS, add a selector. Can't main be a selector, bruh? I have to give it a class? Class equals main. All right, main, padding top 4 rem, save. Yeah, that's better. All right. So now that that is taken care of, let's go back to our website here and grab our first section. Thanks for bearing with me through all that silliness. And they, oh, I see what they did. They just wrapped everything in a div that has padding. So they have a div whose whole purpose in life is to have padding, which is basically what we did with our main, I guess, so can't judge them too much. Then they have a div called hero for some reason, and within that div is this section. But I'm just going to take the section. I'm not going to grab this extra div here or that div here. This is all I really need. ChatGPT, same for this code. Is it crazy how fast it is to create a whole section of the website? Like the footer took like 20 seconds. The header took 20 seconds. I mean, it's kind of nuts, right? Let's get rid of these extra tabs. Let's get rid of all this. All right, let's grab our CSS. There we go. Paste that in, and boom, we have a whole section again. I mean, is that not kind of crazy? I actually don't want this logo. Is that all that's in this div? Is this logo? I'm going to get rid of it. But I am going to keep this one, and we'll go ahead and make it this image here. And yeah, save and move on. I mean, this is kind of nuts. Let's grab the next section. This code is so much better than if we were building this in like Elementor or Divi, where you just have divs inside of divs inside of divs inside of divs. We're just getting like regular HTML, man. Regular, boring old HTML with just the right amount of divs. Nope, that's the wrong code. We need to de-tailwind it first. There we go. It's just stupid how easy this is. I forgot everything I know about code. I don't need to know anything about code anymore. This is like when you use GPS for too long and then you forget how to actually navigate to some place with your brain. Next section, visit us. That would be the location section. See if I can just paste code in and if it knows what to do. Don't even tell it anything. Haha, yes. Smart robot. Smart. One thing that I don't get is why... Oh, that's why I couldn't name it anymore, because when I copy paste it removes this attribute. This attribute is what allows you to name each section. So that's kind of neat. So what I want to do is actually keep that. So I'm going to go like this instead. And then just make sure to give it this class that it wanted. And I don't think the ID is important here, but I'll give it anyways. Uh-oh, you did something wrong. You forgot a quote. Okay. Cool. So now I can still come up here and name this location. And I'm going to grab this and put it in my other sections. What was this called? Does that work? Data etch element section. It's not working. Sad face. What if I save and refresh? Oh. Data etch element equals section. Data etch element equals about. Oh wait. Section. Oh yeah. Dummy. Dummy. Section. Okay, that's still not working, so moving on. Moving on, right? We're trying to see how fast we can build a website, so moving on. Sad day. All right. Let's get our CSS for the location section. That's going to bother me though, man. Why won't that work? Why? Why? Hello, Control V. There we go. Did it work? Visit us. Yep. Next section. How many sections do we have, man? Edit. Copy. What was this section again? Support our mission, and they're calling it, what's it calling it? Donate? Donate. What? Stop it. Okay. Join our team. This is the section I don't like, but it's the last section. Does this robot know that you're not supposed to give two elements the same ID on the same page? I guess not. Keep forgetting. Just grab what's inside the section so I can maintain the ability to name the section. Join our team. All right, save. Let's check it out, man. I think this would go away. Oh, you know what? No, because that's the padding. We don't need that padding since our section has its own spacing. So let's go back to our template and take that out. Can I comment stuff out? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, very cool. All right, this is pretty sick. We got these probably don't work. We gotta make that happen. This isn't exactly how I would like it. It's very close. Oh well. The point of this is not to show you that I know how to do CSS. I wanted to show you how fast it is to build a website. And you can kind of gauge for yourself how long it would take you to make any little random tweaks in this stuff that you don't like. You know, maybe remove some of these blocks of text that you don't want. But that's it, man. We built the whole We built a whole website, and my timer was 23 minutes. And you saw me struggle a little bit with not knowing how Etch worked yet, with it being so new. So honestly, it could have taken even less, and I also took some time to explain some things, and yada yada yada. I want to show you, if you're wondering like how would like a shortcode or a regular block work if I'm using other plugins like a contact form. Let me show you how that works. First of all, if we edit the page, I want you to notice that I hate this editor. Whatever. All this text is editable, so if a client wanted to, they could come in here and let's say they need to change their hours from 7:30 to 8:30. This block doesn't, the preview is a little messed up. It's because it looks like, I think it's the theme actually is just scrunching everything in here. I could be wrong. There's going to be some Etch settings. That's cool. But they can edit this stuff. They can type in whatever they want. They can even drag in their own block if they want to drop in another paragraph down here or whatever. They want to add an image under here. They can do that. And then, so let's say you're using like formidable forms. That's what I use. Do I have that installed yet? I do. So I could just drop a formidable forms block, choose the form I want to use, save it. And now if I go edit with Etch, you'll see that they just have this sort of placeholder there. So I know, okay, this is where that formidable forms block is. And it's over here on my tree. And then I can just move on with my life and add another section underneath that. Whatever. Next section. So you can still use, obviously, plugins and stuff. It would be pretty silly if you couldn't. You're not going to be dropping blocks in here as far as I know. I'm not sure if there's a way to add a shortcode in the editor, in the Etch editor. I do know that I have added shortcodes to the block editor, and it did the same thing, basically, that we just saw. A little different. So let's grab a shortcode so you can see what that looks like. Let's delete this block, and instead of the block, we'll add a shortcode. So basically the same thing. I wonder if you can just, what is this? Custom component. Nope. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to do this. Just add a shortcode here in the Etch editor. So I'm assuming that there will be, if there's not already. But even if there's not, I mean, we can just do it in the block editor. It's no big deal. So yeah, and there you have it, man. This website didn't have an opportunity to add a loop or a custom post type or anything like that. That's too bad. I should have picked a different website for this example. But hey, 23 minutes to build a whole website. Figure another 20 minutes to add a custom post type, add a few custom fields. Yeah, pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right, I'm out.